How does it compare to Paris?
It's much more sunnier.
Being here drives people together. You get a bit less money, but in the end you win a lot more in time and in human experience.
We're in Lisbon, in the most expensive area of the city, Marquês de Pombal. And we're also visiting the cheapest, most affordable area as well. How much do you pay in rent here in Lisbon?
A lot. Do you need a number?
About 1,500.
1,700.
Definitely more than 1.2, excluding utilities.
My first apartment in Lisbon, I used to pay 1,300. Now I live in a much more comfortable place and I pay 820.
Between 800 to 1,000.
675 euros plus bills, but I'm moving to a new place where I'm gonna pay around 600.
Lisbon has a very increased price per meter comparing with the other capitals of Europe. I would say that in the middle of Lisbon you would pay maybe 1.5k.
Currently paying around 2,000 euros, but I'm living very centrally, so I understand that it could be a lot more cheaper if I lived outwards.
This area of Lisbon is known as Anjos. It's one of the cheapest areas. You can get a one-bedroom apartment here for about 750 euros. Compare that to where we were before in Marquês de Pombal, where a one-bedroom apartment can cost anywhere from over 2,000 euros a month. How much do you think people need in order to live a comfortable life here in Lisbon?
Oh gosh, it's quite challenging, I think, for the expat like me, I think at the moment.
It depends like how much you go out, but I would say at least 2,000 would be good for like saving, etc.
Comfortably, I would say around 3,000 to 4,000 euros. Being able to travel wherever you want within the borders of Portugal.
Most of the people that I know actually work for company based abroad. For the Portuguese that are on normal basic minimum salaries, it's just becoming unbearable. The average rental is 1,500 and they earn barely 1,000, 1,200. Even for the local that I know that are quite on the upper end, even for them it's quite hard. How do you make it work? It's very difficult.
To live here, 3k net after taxes. Yeah.
To be fair, you don't need that much. Realistically, you live really well with 1,000 euro per month, and most jobs as an expat provides you with at least 1,000.
Here in Lisbon we need 5,000 euros.
You also want a number?
A range is fine.
You want to live comfortably, try earning more than 3K per month. You'd be very happy, I guess, here.
If you don't want to have like car or like any special hobbies and stuff like that, but to be able to save a few hundred euros, which to me means comfortable, at least 1,700.
It depends. What is expensive is the house. And the other things you can do with small amount of money. Yeah.
You have a decent life. If you don't have too much luxury taste, it's okay to live here.
I'm comfortably living in my location. Restaurants, shopping's around, so I quite like it.
Life is good here, I would say.
How does it compare to Paris?
It's much more sunnier.
And you're coming from America. There are a lot of Americans wanting to live or living here currently.
Always something going on, like there's the Brazilian Carnival, there's Santos Popular, where you party a lot and stuff.
There's a lot of open space. You have the kiosks like we are at here. You can enjoy the nature. There's a lot of parks like this. Coffee and beers are still quite cheap. And the weather, of course, tends to be really good. So you don't actually need that much money to have a good time. I saw you sitting here, having some drinks, enjoying life. And you don't necessarily need a lot of money to do that with friends, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's something I appreciate here also because like I love to go drink my coffee in the morning at the cafe. Basic pleasures like that are not as expensive as in France, for instance. The coffee is like 3 euros in France.
Yes.
Like.
What I would also highlight is Uber is super cheap and Bolt. Also, going out is made super convenient because you can find the places where you also said like beers and drinks and everything is cheap. Coming back home is also safe and cheap. This is something that I really like.
Being here drives people together. You get a bit less money, but in the end you win a lot more in time and in human experience.
Definitely. I think sometimes people want to go to countries like America where they can earn more money. But I think the people I've met in America, they're not as happy as the people here where they earn less money. The environment is better to have a happier life, I think, here.
I don't remember who said that, but when you're young, you waste your time to get more money, and when you get older, you waste your money to get more time. So, yeah.
It's very true. So how much do you need to live a comfortable life here in Portugal? Well, I've lived in both Portugal and the United States, and the interesting thing is that the average wage here in Portugal is $25,000 a year. Now in the US, it's over 80,000, more than 3 times as much. The funny thing is though, that people here in Portugal, despite earning so much less, still seem to be happier and less stressed. It's not all about the money.